Clochi Bogmarsh here. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I don't normally stay up this late, but I drank some coffee, so fuck it. Okay, before I get started here, I just want to say I'm not going to say a dude's name, anything like that, but I do agree with what he was saying and how he was presenting it, but just ran across this video, alright, that had this chick that's supposed to be a life coach, okay? And y'all can think what y'all want about this. But, you know, I was thinking while I was watching this, okay? And like I said, I agree with what dude was saying. He made a lot of valid points, okay? But this so-called life coach chick created an analogy, okay, to try to describe kind of what's, I guess, her take on what's going on with this whole man-woman issue that we're having in the world. Alright? And she kept using the word I, you know, and I never really heard her say, you know, like you, like things you might, you know, see, or how you might, you see what I'm saying? She kept using the word I. And I was thinking about this because she created an analogy. What if somewhere, whether she realized it or not, and whether her viewers realized it or not, and I'm just taking this out, you know, into a different stream of thinking, of consciousness on this, just taking a different kind of perspective from it. Alright, and the only reason I'm taking a different kind of perspective from this is because I agree with what the dude was saying. But I understand where this chick was trying to go with this, whether she does or not, I'm not sure. Alright, she kept, like I said, she kept using the word I, and she kept talking about, you know, this is, you know, what always ends up happening, even though they want this particular outcome, you know, and she even admitted they don't want to put the work into it, and he even was like, yeah, see, they don't want to put the work into it, blah, 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 blah. But like I said, she kept using the word I. Alright, I'm going to get to the point here in just a second. So, let's think about subconsciously, alright? Subconsciously, you're not necessarily perceiving what you're seeing, alright? Subconsciously, you're just perceiving what you are hearing, alright? So by using the term I pretty consistently, what if during that process, whether she realized it or not, alright, and she may have, if she calls herself a life coach, she may understand this, but by using the word I, she's thinking about it on a scale where she's really trying to make the viewer's mind subconsciously think that that's a thought inside of that person's head. Okay, instead of it being something that you, or you know, you're seeing consciously. Alright, my stomach's growling. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but on a subconscious level, the subconscious doesn't know that it's watching a video. It's just hearing. So what if somewhere the subconscious believes, like I said, that that's actually a thought that the conscious is really having, and in that thought, all right, that the subconscious believes is a thought that that person is having, that thought is trying to instill into the person, the viewer of the video, that this is what keeps happening. This is the underlying repeating pattern that happens. Consciously and subconsciously, I know this is what I want. but consciously you're having a hard time overcoming that because of, beliefs that have been instilled in you, things that you see consciously in the world, and that is overtaking the subconscious mind in some form or fashion, almost to the point where the subconscious mind believes that that's the way it's supposed to happen, because, when just, guys and girls, when they see, the opposite sex, and they, feel something visually, physically, there are endorphins released in your mind, okay? That happens subconsciously. So what if this chick, whether she realized it or not, was trying to trick the subconscious into creating a new paradigm in the conscious stream of thought, to, instead of going after the physical, spending the time to go after what the conscious and the subconscious believes that it wants and truly needs, versus just the physical need, the physical and the emotional need. Sorry if y'all can hear my stomach growling. They say that when your brain processes things so much, that actually can use more, nutrients in your body than, physical activity, but that's neither here nor there. So, like I said, take this for what you want. It's just a thought that I had. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's true, but, I've watched some stuff on the brain, and I've thought about how thinking works and everything like that, and it just makes sense, because, like I said, she never presented herself as actually talking to someone, even though she was on camera. So maybe somewhere subconsciously, this chick has been trying to life coach people for so long that the subconscious has created something in her brain that she doesn't even realize consciously is going on. So think about that. Like I said, you can get mad. I don't care. I don't want you to get mad. I'm not going to call this person out because I agree with what dude said. And this is the thought that came from listening to what she said. If take that for how you want, but that's just the way it is. And like I said, I'm going to just take a, like an outside perspective of what's going on, and somewhere consciously and subconsciously, my brain made a connection there. So there's that. And always, this is Clochi Bogmarsh out. And I love you, motherfuckers.